Ooh, trippy. Done. My name is Sage Blake. I'm a wanderer, storyteller, artist and mature, and this time on Sage After, we've got Sonic Blasters. And I might need to adjust some things because this window starts tiny, and while I can enlarge it, and I think I will, it's gonna mess up the recording a little bit, so excuse me for a moment while I work on that. Also, a little fun fact about the adjustments that I had to do to get it bigger. Apparently, it resets the window size during each of the splash screens at the initial part of the game starting up. Kinda weird, but okay, whatever. At that, it does not recognize controller. Well then. So, PS4 controller, you're going to the side temporarily. My apologies. And the screen size reset the moment I hit a button. Oh my god. So, in that case, dealing with using the capture recording for this. Oh, gross. This particular entry for the Sonic and Amateur Games Expo has only 2 levels within it. However, you have access to 5 different characters. Sonic. I barely recognized Tails for a moment there. You got Sonic, you got Tails, you got Knuckles, you got Amy, and you got Ray, because he's a dork. Canonically, this fan game takes place after the events of Knuckles Chaotix. Metal Sonic Neo gets absolutely wrecked, deforms to proper Metal Sonic, and Sonic and Tails are giving chase after discovering him on South Island. Ray is involved because Mighty got kidnapped. And yeah, that's about it. By the look of it... this game seems to be very one button. Just Z, huh? Interesting, honestly. Been a while since I've played a Sonic game that only asks for one button. Then again, things might change for the other characters. Lava? In the very first stage. Lava and water in the very first stage. Excuse me? Something's a bit at odds here, and I wonder what it could be. Also, emerald? What is that, like, supposed to be the Master Emerald or something? Some other type of, I don't know, Anarchy Barrel? Does that exist in this universe? I feel cursed for even mentioning it. I also feel cursed for how many times I'm getting hit. Is it just me? I'm starting to think it's just me. Okay, me. Are you done? Are you done? Are you done getting hit? We're about to have some problems here. Excuse me? We're about to have some problems here, me. Excuse me? Are you done getting hit by everything that has a name and face? That was kind of cheap. Okay, this is kind of a cool boss. I mean, like, the hazards at the sides are an interesting gimmick, but other than being a sucker punch at the very beginning, it's not that much of an interference. I mean, I get it, this is the very first boss, so of course it's gotta be a bit light. But even then, for fan game standard, this is a little on the heavier side. Homing mines aren't exactly helping. Excuse me? Well, that's not cheap in the slightest. That thing can just come up for a sucker punch. That hit I deserved. I'll be blunt on that one. I deserved that hit. But I didn't deserve the chicken at the very... Okay, by the look of it, this bubble shield seems to have modular jump height. Like, I can hold down the button after using it in the air to bounce myself up, and depending on how long I hold the button, I go higher in the air. This is me tapping twice, holding the button. Useful. Crap. Triple crap. Five, 6. And I can apparently continue hitting Eggie afterward. He hasn't gotten enough punishment yet. Two things to say on that. One, that was the end-level boss, wasn't it? Why are those things still going? And two, the mines are sticking around? I would've thought they'd be despawned once they got, like, off-screen. Also, someone really likes their, Sonic CD. And again, this game might take place after Sonic CD. I need to double-check my information on that one. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. What hit me? Oh, I could barely recognize that as a trap, let alone that. Nah. Let it go. Let it go. Whew! Like, at some point, I'm starting to question whether all the damage I'm suffering is my fault, or just absolute overload. That, sure, it's my fault, but at the same rate, what's a fire hazard doing at, like, the 5-second mark for a level? It's just strange to me, that's all. Not bad, per se, just strange. More Sonic CD jokes. Strange, isn't it? Also, that's cheap. There are 3 of those there. And the chances are, if you're not paying attention, if you get hit once, that's it. You're pretty much sealed. You get no invincibility frames after you get hit. Sure, you have them while you're in the damage state, but most other Sonic games tend to give you some additional invincibility afterward. Hell, fan games do that too. And last I checked, this is using a prefab engine. Yeah, it's a not-so-simple Sonic Worlds. And Sonic Worlds actually does abide by standard Sonic rules and gives you some invincibility when you get hit, normally. Why is it being removed? Like, that's actually kind of weird. Also, having this menu default to back is also kind of a weird decision. Like, sure, Z, confirm, okay, cool. But by gut, I end up hitting Z again, and apparently it's selecting back first. bit weird, but hey. And I can't skip this. That's fine, honestly. Just... did I cancel all of my momentum by holding right on a slope? Or forward on a slope, I should say? That's kinda funny. Huh? At that, why did that destroy the both of them when that only should have affected one? 5. Even Eggie doesn't have any invincibility frames, what? Credit where it's due, though, I do like the aesthetic of this very first stage here. Combining water and fire is kind of cool. Is kind of a cool idea. I just wish it wasn't so... how should I put this? Jarring? Because, like, it feels like every 5 seconds that I progress on the stage, it's like, here, have something that's on fire. Here's, have something that's simultaneously wet. You know, I thought I was being funny with last week's Sonic 3D and 2D, and having the whole drinking game with when I take damage thing. I don't want to reuse that for a gag again this week, but at the same rate, I am taking way too much damage. Alright, I'm not going full Weenie Hat Jr. on this, but I am bringing out Knuckles at least. Just so I can hope, okay, that was funny. Just so I can hopefully get through some of the more annoying bits of platforming in the stage. I was holding up and going down. Huh? Is my keyboard just glitched or something? Or is the detection normally screwy on that? So there's also a Tetris mode in this game. Why? Like, maybe it's like intended to be used for the like special stages, but the guy just feels tacked on. Also, I can already hear I don't know, maybe Daniel in the back of my head screaming that there's no option to rotate in the other direction. I kid, but the guy loves his puzzle games, and I could see him being a little turned off by that. Also, did I destroy the music loop? Was the music loop just that short, or did I somehow accidentally destroy it with, like, background noise channels? Uh-huh? Okay, so by the look of it, that problem seems to only be the case for those specific enemies. Because for whatever reason, you just can't damage them at all. I do need to ask, why don't they have a hitbox? Okay, mate. You have no rings. Good. Just making sure I don't heckin' die. Well, this is Tetris. I mean, on the one hand, it's Tetris. On the other hand, it's Tetris. I don't think people want to watch me, like, play Tetris for, like, fuck, 50 minutes. I'm also not that great at Tetris. If my, Yautris videos are anything to go by. Alright, I think I'm back to where I was before now. If anything, then I'm a little further. Ooh! Try again. Anything with teeth. Anything with teeth in this game, just... And you are the exception on that rule. Because these freaking clucks... Actually, I could call them mother cluckers. Just... They come at you from nowhere! Second boss! What are we looking at? Huh? Oh no. Okay, that's actually a really easy boss. Especially compared to the last one. It is a bit down to damage tanking. Not to mention, the refraction on these crystals is a little funky. But hey, if it works... he's still shooting! Huh? Why was he still shooting? I'm starting to think that a whole bunch of switches that should have been toggled weren't, for whatever reason. Maybe someone missed a memo? I don't know. This is still kinda funky. Yeah, technically he's still firing! Someone might want to get on that. I mean, sure, it's like, what, 2 months away from Sage 2021? But at the same rate, that's kind of a big issue. Alright, let's see if Sonic can actually handle his own in the second level. You know... I got around to editing a particular stream of mine from a couple weeks ago, where I had an entire diatribe on level design. And if I remember correctly, that went up earlier this week. I didn't think I'd have to go into the same diatribe here. Like, there are some good ideas, but... some of this level design is a little too damage happy. And I will take fault on some of it, because honestly, I'm being much more reckless than I thought I was. Excuse me? Okay, so I hit that. So every time I hit it, it fires off a retaliation shot. Noted. Wait, I just realized. I only had 2 lives going into this stage, didn't I? It tracks my life counter universally. Okay... That's... another bug, I think. Also, don't think I didn't... I could barely see those spikes there. Excuse me? And here I was gonna mention, like, don't think you could sneak by, the obvious blunt force reference to Sonic the Fighters with this, because being the dynamite, this, is clearly is a theme after that, but... I'm starting to read like 12 types of rough with this project. Let's try this again, me. This time, hopefully with a little less unnecessary damage. Ah! 2 close calls, one after another! Let's not have that again, me. Ow. That's... You can... Why can the chickens... Well, I hope you weren't playing a drinking game with this stage, because... Excuse me? Oh, good. Checkpoint. Nope! Try again. Why do I have a feeling that that could be a crush hazard, potentially? Not that I was. Like, I almost want to check it. Just to confirm the... Okay, not a crush hazard. Still a bit janky on the physics. But honestly, Sonic Worlds does that normally, so... Oh. Me. Running. Again, I happen to be one of those proponents of fun but fair difficulty. This stops being fair and starts hitting cheap. Because, again, fun yet fair mandates that there be obvious tells for certain attacks. And sure, there is kind of a tell. It's like, also, I thought I hit that checkpoint earlier. Did I not? Huh. Every time you hit this thing, security level increases, right? At security 4, it brings out chickens. At security 3, it starts throwing mines. At security 2, buzzsaws. At security 1, I don't bloody know. I think at least. But there's no tell for when any of these come out. No sound cues, no... signifiers. The bosses can still attack. The bosses can still attack while they're escaping the scene or otherwise being destroyed. There was the random buzzsaw that killed me after I killed the boss. It just screams trap. It screams, I want to make this difficult because difficulty is fun, but difficulty isn't fun for everyone, 1, and 2, difficulty is only fun when it's fair, and this is starting to get to be more like damage sponge slash just base tank everything until the pain stops being painful. Not good design, honestly. There needs to be more obvious tells, there needs to be better patterns. And actually, I can recognize that on that particular run, that I was completely off about the security levels. Apparently the security levels mean both. I thought the different security levels were, like, attached to different attacks that the boss could perform, but as it turns out, a good chunk of the attacks just happen, period. Regardless of the security level, and the boss raises its own security level. I thought it was going to be a sort of, like, patience boss, where you'd have to get damage on it, sure, but you'd also have to wait a little bit so you wouldn't get overwhelmed. But as it turns out, I'm talking out my hat. As usual. Also, there are no physics on that bomb, it's just traveling at a vector. It's at a specific vector. And I don't know about you, but the only time I want to see vectors in a Sonic game is the crocodile. You wouldn't hurt me, right, Amy? Right? This does not scream mistake at all. Okay, hammer. Okay, I deserve that. That's my mistake. Because I forgot for a moment. Amy's only way of attacking things is with hammer. And yet again on the list of bug. Ah! Huh? Why does that work like that? Mega hyper. Mega hyper jump. Engage. That's stupid. That's stupid and doesn't make sense. I need to check. I need to check the Sage page for a moment to see whether that's actually a feature or not. And if it isn't, I'm crying foul. It doesn't say! It doesn't say! It doesn't say! Oh, good! I'm feeling less like a gamer and more like a bug fixer now. I'm starting to think that I might just be starting to get a theme now of fun yet fair, but also everything seems to go wrong. Like, at the rate that I'm going, I might as well just, like, make my YouTube banner be like, logic, reason, failure anyway. I say that to myself as a joke more often than not. I didn't... I didn't expect it to apply more than I thought it would. This is kind of getting ridiculous. Are the other characters tested at all? I need to know now. Because this is way too many issues for it to have not been found. Right? Okay, just took a look at... English me? Do you speak it? Yeah, if yes, why are you glitching? Answer, English is a hard language. Just, I took another quick look at the Sage page, and... there aren't too many, testing notes, if anything. So I'm pretty much just going at this blind, trying to figure out everything that I can. Oh no, wait, one person did mention that Amy's quote-unquote double jump is broken. The same person also mentioned that Amy should be able to curl into a ball. Not really? I mean, like, from the very first point in which she was made playable in Sonic Advance, her big shtick was to be the tricky character. It's like, you could do a whole bunch of maneuverability with her, but she needed the hammer to attack, and that was her main gimmick there. And honestly, if the double jump got fixed, and Amy were able to use the hammer at all times in the air, there wouldn't really be an issue. This is a nice set piece. Ascending a specific area, with a few hazards here and there. It encourages you to actually take your time, make sure to look up every so often, just so you can make sure nothing lethal is above you. Yeah, those spikes were totally a framework thing, and I just freaking ignored them. Actually, come to think of it, why are there spikes facing upward here? There's enough of a challenge with the spikes facing to the left and to the right. If anything, the extras are kind of making this bothersome. At this point, it's more about finding a path to the top, period, that helps you encounter as few spikes as possible. Whoa! That's a win. That's a win in my book. I'll take the damage boost. Again, also a nice set piece. Taking advantage of Sonic's speed a little bit. You can barely make that with a run. That's actually kind of nice. Careful with those. Careful with the... I almost called them Sproink. I don't think that's right. Orphaned buzzsaws are orphaned buzzsaws. They're really great for a haircut. Otherwise, kinda lacking some background elements. Even then, what I'm playing is fun. It's just rough, and the points where it's at its roughest are frustrating. Not fun, if anything. Also, you can stand on the buzzsaw. Why is that a mechanic? I mean, last I checked, it's not a bug, it's a feature, was the meme of 2018 or 2017 Sage, not 2020. Also out of lives. Oh, goody. Let's try a new character. Alright, breaking out Ray to see what he exactly does, and he just has a double jump. Just a straight double jump. Okay, that's a bit at odds with his moveset in other games, but hey, that's something I figured I'd point out. Okay, Ray kinda snaps this boss in half. He can get off 2 hits on it without issue. Actually, now I'm curious. Does the chicken follow me all the way here? It does! Oh no! Not today, chicken. Oh god. Like, the moment the chicken was able to follow me over here, I'm like, oh no. It's gonna kill me, isn't it? Oh god, that's not good. Like, the enemy by itself is actually really threatening, but... holy crack, that is not good. That the enemy can just follow you anywhere you go. It's like a creepy stalker. Stalker chicken. No. Oh. Almost. I'm actually kind of ashamed of that. It was going so well. Actually, what even is over here anyway? Nothing. Then, if I may, why is there that much space over there? That's honestly minor. Doesn't really matter. That means boss is right below me in it. Because usually a good song stage lasts like 3 to 5 minutes. Whoop. I'm being really careful. Because, like, not for nothing, some of the decisions for level design in this particular project have made me really, really cautious now. I mean, like, I don't mind going slow in a Sonic game, but... Hey, excuse me? Oh no, it's gonna be one of these types of bosses. But excuse me? Oh, okay, I get it. I need to have him punch his battery backups. To which, that's a cool idea, but... he kinda just punches whenever he feels like it, and... yeah, he punches whenever he feels like it, almost. Like, maybe there is timed out at specific intervals, but it's really not engaging of a fight, honestly. Like, for one, it feels like a copy-pasta version of the laser fight with Eggman in the first stage. Because it's, oh hey, guide the boss to harm itself. Only this one's worse, because it can shunt you across the level, and it can, as you might have noticed right there, absorb you with its hands. Albeit unintentionally, but it's still a big issue that makes it kind of frustrating to fight. Help, game! I want out! I guess there's no help to be had here. There was never an option for help. Alright, I didn't exactly want to play full pussy mode, but I guess I have to bring out the fox. Right side, Tails is a pretty clever lad. He could probably get through this pretty easily. I guess even with all that IQ, there's, just so many chickens. Oh my god. Okay, me, stop. Stop, I need an adult. I need an adult with how careless I'm being. Just a little curiosity. Tails's tails do not damage things. Oh no. Oh no. There are chickens everywhere. There are chickens everywhere. Well, I guess we could say, this boss has me outfoxed. I couldn't spin on that little corner. Well, of course you can't spin on a corner. Me, it's a corner. So, how's your day been? Mine's been doing kind of well-ish. Unfortunately, I gotta restart some medication soon, and I'm not looking forward to it. Like, they taste like crap, and on top of that, they give me like the worst nausea. Excuse me, game? I'm pretty sure I hit that Robotnik, but okay, whatever. Oh my god. Tails, you didn't want a little, shaved off the top, did you? Maybe a little trim on one of your extra appendages? Why does it look like there's a Robotnik in the wall there? Is there supposed to be a Robotnik in the wall there? I'm confusion. My name is Blake. I have literally done nothing productive all day. Alright, you hunk of slag. It's time for the mechanic to pull his weight. Give it the old wrench. Hello! Well then. We can go so far to say as there's a spanner in the works, couldn't we? Oh. You know what? Screw it. Damage is my inevitability. Hit me. Let's try again. This time I've got a bigger wrench and ow! Hopes and dreams. I can only hope it'll be somewhat effective. So far at least it's working. Oh no. Oh no! And what do you know? Hopes and dreams are made of glass and sugar. Yeah, I think it says a lot about this boss that I'm having to resort to try-hard tactics. And I don't like using the try-hard Sonic tactic, because it's boring. There's also that reason! What?! You gotta be kidding me. Both of those generators need to be hit 8 times. Oh, good. I mean, on the one hand, you are given a 1-up to the left, and provided you grab it, you do have unlimited lives. This isn't fun. I'm sorry. This really isn't fun. Well, I'm face tanking a wall. Might as well get my thoughts. Music choices are nice. Graphics, for the most part, are pretty solid. There is a bit of a sprite disparity between the different characters and sometimes environment. Others have mentioned it on the Sage forum, on the Sonic Fan Games forums. It's honestly a minor nitpick more than anything. But while I do like some things about this project, there are others that are, how should I put this, really questionable, if not a bit on the broke side. Case in point, what just happened there? Excuse me? I just clipped through the world. Tails, I recognized your engineer, but I didn't know you could engineer a way to pass through platforms. That's it? Okay. Okay. That actually does bring me to one of my bigger problems. Specifically with the bosses. I happen to be a person who likes boss fights. The fact that when the boss has been defeated, they can still get a free shot on you and defeat you, and more often than not, multiple free shots on you, and it happens consistently. I don't like it. It's fine if some bosses have a desperation attack, but usually that desperation attack is telegraphed. As an example, take a look at Bloodstained Curse of the Moon. In there, every single boss has a desperation attack that they can get off, but 1, that desperation attack will never kill you, and 2, there's a wind-up, there's an obvious tell. Here, it just happens, and that's frustrating. And if anything, it can lead to perfectly good runs being fouled just because lol keck random. Not great design in that respect. And it's something that could be resolved, I think, with at least with a few switches. Just make it so that the attacks that the boss can perform stop performing when the boss reaches when the boss gets hit a certain amount of times. It's just got a simple fix, probably. I haven't tampered with Sonic World, so I don't know how complicated that might be to execute. But it's a fix that could be implemented, is the issue. On top of that, the level design, level ideas are really cool, and I like what's done with them. But the layouts themselves are very... how should I put this? Damaging? I mean, hell, it was bad enough that one of the checkpoints in Madness Mountain was right next to a chicken that could easily sucker punch you. Or cluck, I think it is. I like a cluck cannon or somehow, I don't know. Regardless, there are so many instances where you can get hurt, and while I can give it a light buy for 3D and 2D, I still complain about it nonetheless because it's still kinda cheap, if anything. It's not player-friendly. I understand if the creator wants to, like, try to go for something that's somewhat difficult, but at the same right, there needs to be a balance. There needs to be a point where the challenge gets dialed back a little bit, where some of the spikes get changed out for solid platforms. Other than that, though, actually, I couldn't think of it. There were supposed to be 6 characters in this demo, aren't there? Yeah, there's supposed to be 6 characters. Supposedly Mighty is playable. Where? I mean, I'm seeing Suckles, I'm seeing Tails, I'm seeing Nonic, I'm seeing a flying rat, and I'm seeing a hateful girlfriend. No Mighty. That's just straight up deceptive. Probably unintentional. Probably something that they want to implement, but it didn't get into the 2020 demo. Honestly, that's fine. But regardless, I think it's about time I return to the Void. I just want to give a quick note if the developer ends up seeing this. Just take everything I say with a grain of salt. I go through a lot of the entries in Sonic Adventure Games Expo. I'm an unofficial source, really. I'm just here doing things, whatever. And while I do know a few things about game design, I'm not exactly that well versed. Again, recognize that my specialty ends up being hard games more often than not, and specifically it ends up being like a hard but fair. If I end up saying anything within this video that bothers you, I'm sorry. I'm only giving thoughts and my own personal experiences. I will recognize that my experiences are my own and not necessarily indicative of anyone else's, but regardless, I do like to look at both the positives and the negatives of any projects that I decide to look at. So with that settled, talagan, delicate na. You could probably, like, click away from the video if you want to. Something tells me I'm gonna be here for a while. Shut up, Eggie. I know I'm terrible at Tetris. I also don't think I can exit out of this without... Help? Oh, who am I kidding? Help was never an option.